Okay, so if you attend this our previous market talk, right? Okay, our previous market talk, right? The US market, right, was having this kind of like a pullback. Okay, it was this kind of pullback, and during this pullback, okay, if you want to catch the lowest point, okay, you want to catch the lowest point, what we do here, we have a strategy called bottom master. Okay, a bottom master. So this bottom master, usually what we do is we buy during the correction. Okay, so the key, okay, the key thing is what? If you want to catch bottom, if you want to buy stocks that is still very cheap, the best time to buy a good company, which is like, a good means you can buy and then sleep well kind of, okay? So the best time to buy those company, right? Okay, like example, Nvidia, like Tesla, like this Microsoft. If you want to buy them at the cheap price, the best time is what? When the market, overall market, okay, there is a market correction. So when was that? Okay, when was that? That period is between September, okay, to early October. Okay, so that was the period. Okay, so that was the period. So how do you know? Okay, so you go back to, like, example, Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq is $com. Okay, $com is Nasdaq. Okay, so Nasdaq, right? Okay, you can see, right, during this period, okay, September, okay, September, it starts from here. The correction goes down, and then over here, there's like some kind of like a bottom signal. So during this period, right, it is the best time to catch those kind of like blue chip stocks at the cheap price. Okay, so you notice that, like this kind of like correction, okay, if you are buying the index, or if you're buying the blue chip, okay, those $1 trillion company, the best time is what? Oh, during this correction. So which means what? Which means now still got cheap price or not? Now don't have really. But the good thing is what? During that period, right? During that moment, right, where we have this market outlook or market correction or what webinar, I mentioned something that saying, if this is really the bottom, we will see new high on the next month. Okay, we see new high in a few weeks time. Okay, so if you notice, right, all this kind of correction, okay, if it's really the bottom, next few weeks it will make new high. Okay, so if this is really the bottom, next few weeks it will make new high. So if you catch it correctly, okay, then this is the rebound. Okay, this is the rebound. Okay, so that is what is happening right now. Okay, so overall, okay, if you wonder, hey, now is it time to sell? Okay, now is it time to sell? Okay, the answer is nobody actually know. You know why not? Okay, because US market, in the big picture, right? In the big picture, they can rally non-stop. Okay, so if you're trying to guess when is the big crash, okay, this is really difficult. Right? This is really difficult. This is the toughest things, right? Is to catch the top when you have this kind of like a super bull market, when this Federal Reserve is fully supporting this what we call the stock market. Okay, so in this current scenario, yes, they might have some pullback. The Tesla or Nvidia or what, maybe super extended, maybe they will go sideways or what. But talking about crash, we are still like on a bright sunny 12 o'clock sun. This is how hot is the market right now. So you can't really tell, oh, is it going to rain or not? Okay, so that is what is happening right now. Okay, this is like a 12 o'clock sun, which is very hot. Okay, very hot. Okay, whether or not will rain or not depends whether we will see some clouds or not. So if you never see any clouds, it's better to be bullish. Okay, or just manage your position, don't be overexposed. with those stocks that's already super extended. Okay, so right now, okay, the key thing is this. Okay, the key thing is, you know, if you're wondering, like, hey, how come wow, recently it's super. Okay, so what's happening, right? Okay, what's happening right now, right? Okay, is this Russell, okay, Russell 2000, okay, Russell 2000, okay, the small cap, okay, the small cap, okay. So recently, the Russell 2000, okay, Russell 2000, okay, break out of this, okay, this what we call a very tough environment. Okay, so if you thought this year is easy, actually this year, right, is not easy. Okay, this year for those growth stocks is actually quite a tough market. So you can see that this Russell 2000 is going sideways, up and down, a lot of swing because of a lot of sector rotation. So right now, what's happening is, okay, you see this line, this blue line, right, is the resistance area. Okay, so what happened is recently, this like past 2 weeks, okay, this Russell 2000 actually broke the resistance. So it creates this environment, right? It's like a free money environment. Wow, money is like flying everywhere, and everybody is like, wow, just catch any, okay, just catch anyhow, you know, just put the money in the pocket kind of environment. Okay, how many of you are having that kind of you know scenario? Okay, I believe many of you, right? Okay, so this kind of market, right, is actually the best, okay, the best situation that you can wish for already. Okay, so far it's still good. Okay, so far it's still good, and you know, nobody know when it will end or what. Okay, but breaking out of this one may also seems like telling us that the small cap stocks, okay, the small cap stocks may run, okay, for a longer period of time. Okay, why? Because over here there is a long consolidation. It has been suppressed for like the almost most part of the year. Okay, most part of the year. So if you look at this, right, okay, if you look at this, right, you probably will be slightly more bullish in terms of the smaller companies. Okay, so big companies, they might not have a huge drop. So if you're still bullish on Tesla, all that, you know, you might not have a kind of like a huge drop. But okay, Tesla, okay, this kind, okay, they might like, you know, they might be too big to run another 100%. Okay, they might be too big to run another 100%. Run another 30%, 50%, run to $2,000, all this, right? It's all possible because, okay, right now it is on a crazy mode. Okay, a crazy mode. A crazy mode means you cannot predict where is the top. Okay, so all this like bad news, Elon Musk is selling. Okay, maybe it's only dropped for 2 days and then, you know, it will continue to run. Okay, you thought, oh, Elon Musk is selling, bad news, everybody sell. Okay, be cautious. Okay, don't go and short this kind of stocks. Okay, in case okay, the, you know, the stocks, right, have a sharp rebound, because Tesla is the leading stocks, okay, in the whole entire market. Okay, the leaders. Okay, this is the leaders. Okay, so over here, okay, of course, this is the what is happening in the market. Okay, what's happening in the general market. Okay, the US market. Okay, so let's talk about what happened in Singapore. Okay, so let's come back to Singapore first. Then we talk a little bit, okay, on Singapore, talk a bit on this Hong Kong. Okay, so Singapore, right? Of course, if you look at STI, okay, STI, okay, is it doing well? Yes. Okay, it break new high. Okay, it break new high. But in the real market, you screen for ultimate bull or you screen for stage 2. Okay, stage 2. So the stage 2, right, will show us the strong stocks. Okay, the strong stock that is on the uptrend. At least it is not really downtrend kind of stocks. So under this list, right, okay, the big stock you can see, you know, like DBS, you can see like UOB. Okay, these are the leading factors, right? Why this index is moving up? Okay, because these are the heavyweights. So same thing, UOB, okay, it's up and then consolidate and then break out of this consolidation, continue its run, okay, continue its run. So in terms of if you watch my YouTube videos, okay, we talk about like, hey, bank stocks is actually the strongest sector in Singapore as of now. Okay, so same thing, this UOB, I'm sorry, UOB, OCBC, but OCBC is clearly the laggard, okay, the slowest one. So in other words, if go up, it never follow, okay, maybe when the market go down, this OCBC might follow. That means this UOB go up, DBS go up, OCBC also cannot go up. So when UOB or DBS go down, then this OCBC, right, might follow it go down. Okay, so it shows that the resistance is actually very strong, okay, very strong, and this stock, right, is actually pretty weak, okay, pretty weak. So other stocks, okay, all these stocks, they are not doing very well, okay, unlike the STI making new high. All these stocks, they are not that fantastic, okay, they are not that fantastic. All these are the big caps, okay, except this Hong Kong Land. So Hong Kong Land is super extended as well. It's super extended, one of the best performing over the past 2 months. Okay, best performing blue chip or big cap stocks over the past 2 months. Okay, SIA, as mentioned in the recent video, okay, this is a support level, and then this support level, right, you can use the super trend, and this super trend shows that, oh, this support level is pretty strong, and when the good news, okay, of this Airbnb, Expedia, all these results is good, there's this spike up. Okay, so in other words, right, if you are looking at airlines, what is the factor? Okay, what is the things that you look out for? You look for this JETS. JETS, okay, US Global Jets ETF. Okay, so US Global Jet ETF, okay, shows you that, wow, okay, there is a huge volume gap up, okay, of the airlines. So in other words, right, this SIA also go up, okay, because the global, okay, the other airlines like example this AAL, okay, American Airlines, okay, they also move up, okay, they also move up during the same period. So it's the sector play, okay, it's a sector play. So in other words, these airlines, they are having this like a little bit of boost right now. Okay, if you ask me, airlines, is it the best sectors to be in? Okay, usually airlines is a bit more volatile, especially two things. Okay, usually I don't like airlines. Okay, usually I don't like airlines. Okay, so airlines, right, is usually affected by two things. Number one, economy not good. Okay, so in 2008 when the market crash, right, subprime crisis, right, airlines also affected. People are not traveling, people suffer, from financial losses. Okay, during SARS period also people not traveling, during COVID cannot travel. Okay, so this is one of the problem, right, that airlines face. The other problem is what? Oil price. Okay, so when economy is good, oil price goes up, airlines also suffer. Airline are expensive, the oil expensive. Okay, so I'm not a fan of airlines, but for short-term trading, okay, this of course there is a concept, there's this travel recovery concept that is happening right now. Okay, so a substitute for travel recovery in Singapore, right, is Genting Singapore. Okay, so Genting Singapore, a very good price action. Okay, so we saw this. Okay, so if you learn about this pattern in my class, this is the cup and handle pattern. A cup and then a consolidation. So this consolidation is a nice one, and this move actually confirm the pattern. Okay, this move actually confirms the pattern. So over here, this is a good situation, like a good sign, like a good sign that overall probably it already survived the downtrend, and there is like a likelihood that it may continue to move uptrend. Okay, so just now if you look at SIA, right? Okay, if you look at SIA, right? Okay, so this is the kind of pattern that you want to see. You want to see like there is a round bottom, okay, big or small, okay, and then there is this like sideways and then a confirmation move, okay. So that is like a usually, okay, this sideways pattern, okay, is like testing your patient, okay, testing your patient, okay. So after that there's this a bust, okay, explosive move, and that is the confirmation of the what we call the direction. Okay, so overall, okay, travel stocks are recovering. Okay, so SATS, to me, not that fantastic. It's very defensive. Okay, but to some people, this is probably a good stock to buy low. Okay, so this bottom signal, it may have some bounce, but so far I think it's too volatile to really trade. So a really strong stock, right, usually doesn't look like this. Okay, usually doesn't look so volatile. Okay, so this is more like a sideways stocks. So okay, so it's not the best. Okay, so overall, this is Wilmar. Okay, Wilmar also start to recover. Okay, Okay, this one not a very strong, especially the past few days. Okay, so when you see 4 days drop, right, in a row, right, it's usually not a very strong sign, especially when the candle down become bigger and bigger. So although, okay, it's at stage 2, but it seems like it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy to even hold on to the stocks. Okay, so for Singapore, right, okay, if you are trading over the past few weeks or past few months, right, okay, what kind of a screener, or how do we actually screen out the best stocks? So usually, right, I will screen based on the power, to get an idea of what is the overall strongest stocks over the past 1 year. Okay, so from here you can see all these RH, Petrogas, Grand Venture, okay, some of these like MedTech, okay, Del Monte, Propnex, Hourglass, Rex, and all that. Okay, but okay, to be more recent, okay, related, okay, you can also rank it up with 6 months. That means if you want to see recently what is the stronger one, so we will go through this list instead. Okay, so we go through this list. Okay, you can see that, okay, this is RH Petrogas. So this is right now still down. Okay, if you ask whether this one have chance or not, or whether this kind of stock we should avoid or not, I will say maybe we just keep it in our watch list, but it depends on individual whether you are interested in this kind of small cap, okay, because this is really small stocks. Okay, so oil and gas, okay, oil and gas, like Rex, okay, Rex is like 400 over million, bigger than RH Petrogas. RH Petrogas is only 137. So the good thing is, right, they are together, like same sector, right, the same sector. So when we trade, right, the stocks, right, we want to see stocks move in sector, and seems like in the oil and gas, right, okay, Rex is the bigger company, and Rex also have a smaller or more like what we call organized candlestick, okay, more organized and smaller candlestick. So in other words, the volatility, right, is not that big, okay, not that big. Okay, so in other words, Rex is one of the potential stocks for for a breakout. So in other words, okay, you want to be monitoring these stocks. Okay, it could be the some stocks that comes out with a big move if the oil and gas stocks is recovering. But anyway, the US market still the leader. Okay, so US market, right, you look at this ETF called XOP. XOP is Oil and Gas Exploration Production ETF. Okay, so when you go to this one, if you search for this oil and gas, right, exploration, right, you click on holdings. So this ETF, right, the biggest one in terms of market cap is ConocoPhillips. The second biggest is EOG, and then followed by Occidental, then followed by Devon. If you look at some of these stocks, right, okay, like Devon, okay, you can see that, wow, actually, their move is pretty crazy. Okay, so in other words, right, those Singapore oil and gas stocks, when they make this move, right, okay, they are not the only one in the world that is moving. In fact, right, the US stocks like this Devon, okay, like all these Denbury, okay, they are actually making crazy move since the start of the year. Okay, so in other words, these are the stocks, okay, or one of the sector that is actually quietly moving, which means nobody is actually like talking about it. Everybody is talking about tech stocks. But okay, how many tech stocks actually move like 200% this year? Okay, not many tech stocks move 200, 300% this year. Okay, so oil and gas, okay, is one of the thing to be aware of, okay, and the rest, right? Okay, if you look at, okay, let me check my Wi-Fi. Okay, just give me a while. I think my Wi-Fi is having some switch. Okay, okay, so can you still hear me clearly? No lag, or is there a lag? Okay, let me just change my Wi-Fi. Okay, just give me like 10 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Okay, testing. Can you all hear me? If okay, just type okay in the chat. All right, cool. Okay, so over here, Grand Venture is a very low volume stocks. Okay, one of the strongest but very low volume. So it's not my kind of stocks. Okay, and this Hourglass is actually better than the Grand Venture. Okay, so although, right, previously, right, it's very low volume. Okay, it's very low volume, but now, right, it's starting to pick up the volume already. It's starting to pick up the volume. So in other words, it start to get a bit like more people in it already. Okay, so overall, this is one of the strongest stocks, right, in the Singapore market. Right, So Hourglass, okay, is definitely one of the stocks in the watch list. So some of the favorite, okay, like this APAC Realty and Propnex. Okay, so these two, right, who's the leader? Okay, seems like Propnex, right, is the leader with like, usually we like to see like small candles. Okay, we like to see like, a slightly bigger company. So 700 over million. Okay, and of course this stock, right, is moving upwards slowly right now. Okay, so previously he had a very good run, and then he had go into a correction, and now is recovering from correction. So by right, now, right, it has a good opportunity to run, but then it is not happening. So in other words, Singapore market, right, is not really doing very well. Okay, it's not really doing like that fantastic. Okay, so previously we also talked about some other stocks, okay, like Silver Lake, like Sarin Tech. Okay, so the tech stocks, usually we talk about Franken. Okay, Franken. So are they doing very well? The answer is no. Okay, the answer is no. So they are not doing very well. So in other words, right, for the next 1 week, 2 weeks, right, if they break new low or what, right, these are not very good sign. Okay, so Franken, previously we are actually quite bullish on these stocks, but they didn't really move. Okay, they didn't really move when the US market is actually moving. So it seems like, okay, everybody is moving it's not interested with Singapore stocks right now. Okay, they're more interested with US market. Okay, so same thing, AEM, if you look at the group, right, are they very strong? AEM is slightly better, but also doesn't seem to be like really, really strong. So in this kind of scenario, it is doing this kind of like short-term move. Short-term move. That means down, up, down, up, down, up. So the chances of it breaking the high, right, as of now, right, is not very positive, because if you see over here, over here, over here, how many times it tests this new high, test this level. Okay, so in other words, if you have made some money from this stock, the chances of it breaking out of this $4.30, right, so far is not easy. Okay, it's not easy. So AEM having a very strong resistance at $4.30. Okay, so what about okay, so we talk about Franken, UMS. Okay, UMS also same thing, right? Okay, also not doing very well. Okay, so in other words, the so-called the tech stocks in Singapore is tough. Okay, it's tough. Okay, it's tough, really tough. Okay, so over here, okay, if you look at previously, right, we talked about the strong sector is the shopping mall REITs. Okay, so this is doing well. It is doing well. Okay, so this is Lendlease. Lendlease is the what we call like Jurong side is this GEMS, right? And then the Paya Lebar quarters. Okay, so shopping malls. Okay, shopping malls is the the thing here. Okay, so you must understand this thing. Okay, in 2019, okay, 2020, right, is the year of COVID. Okay, it's the year of COVID. So when we trade or when we do our investment, right, we want to be, going into, going out of malls. We want to be going into like tax. Okay, we want to going into like, something that is with this, aligned with this this trend. Okay, so now, right, it's almost 2022 already. Okay, 2022 already. 2022, right, if you look at the outlook, okay, the outlook, all this government, they are opening up and so on, right? Okay, you want to be going out. Okay, so 2020, of course, or if you buy a Sheng Siong, okay, Sheng Siong, oh, okay, Sheng Siong is very good, right? Okay, 2022, everybody can't wait to go restaurant already, right? You still go, holding on Sheng Siong, then it's something that is not very aligned, okay, not very aligned to the current trend, okay, not really aligned. Okay, I'm not saying Sheng Siong sure will go down or what. I'm just saying that sometimes when you buy the stocks, okay, sometimes you buy the stocks, you also want to look at the the real trend that is happening right now and things like that. So Lendlease, okay, Lendlease, I think it's still strong, especially these few days. Okay, these few days is still strong. It's good sign. Okay, and StarHill Global, StarHill Global is also still good, Okay, we are not expecting this stock to double or what. We are just expect for Singapore stocks, it's just a defensive play or something like that. Okay, so the rest, okay, ARA logos, previously you talked about the logistic, okay, is strong. I mean, not that fantastic kind of like strong, just sideways, not very fantastic. So you can tell, what's happening in Singapore, right? Singapore, right, actually overall, right, okay, is very weak and very sideways. Okay, so what about Samudara Shipping? Okay, Samudara Shipping. Previously, we also said that, oh, this one is quite strong, but from here onwards, it start to turn weak, and from here onwards, right, it start to turn ugly. Okay, so okay, so over here, right, okay, when talk about trading strategy, right, trading strategy, okay, usually, right, you know why people like to buy those stocks, right, that is like this. You know why not? You know why? because right, when you buy stocks, right, that is in a consolidation, buy at the support, okay, it is very clear or easy to tell that you are wrong. Understand? Okay, it's clear to tell that you are right. Okay, so in this case, if you have bought somewhere here, okay, at the moment you are right for a while, but then now you are clearly, the market actually clearly tells that, something is wrong somewhere. So if you are buying near the support level, breaking the support, right, is the sign that, to warn you or something that is not very good. Understand? So over here, that is the thing. So right now, this one from not very nice goes into a ugly sign. Okay, so this is also something, you want to, look at. Okay, if you look at Yang Zijiang, right, also having the same problem. So shipping, right, you can tell that, they actually having some kind of like a problem right now. Okay, so what problem? I don't know what problem, but it just doesn't seem to be really nice. Okay, so all the other Mapletree Industrial, Mapletree Logistic, all these, if you are holding on for long-term investment, of course, for dividend, all that, usually we can't really see, like, for if you're holding for dividend, holding for investment, just continue your this strategy. Okay, our strategy is more for like trading in and out, like iFast, all these stocks. Okay, we can see, whether the trend still good or not. Okay, so for iFast, it's not that fantastic. Okay, not that fantastic. In other words, stocks in Singapore, right, very seldom goes into $15, $20, very rare. So for a stocks, right, to go up from $1 to $3 possible, $3 to $4 possible. Okay, but when it comes to $8, $9 and $10, in Singapore, not many stocks, can continue the run. But iFast is more like the fintech companies, which is one of the most sexy companies in Singapore. The rest all boring company, bank, oil and gas, all these boring companies. Okay, so iFast. Okay, this is if you look at bottom signal is more of like to catch the bottom. It is very nice right now. Okay, so it may have some bounce. Okay, because this bottom signal, usually help us to catch somewhere near the lowest point. So if we are wrong, okay, breaking the support level into a new low, we know that, oh, this is wrong already. Understand? But if you are right, you might see a rally right away in the next 1 month time. Okay, so if you look at bottom signal on iFast, it seems like it's positive, at least for the short term. Okay, so other than that, okay, Parkway Life. Okay, Parkway Life is one of the best stocks, right, in terms of the blue chip, right? Okay, it's one of the best stocks, best REITs in Singapore over the past 5 years. Okay, so this is actually, if you look at all the bottoms, if you look at the past 5 years chart, right, it's actually one of the, the best you can find already in Singapore in terms of the size, the big caps, the business. Okay, not sexy, but it's like really steady. So seems like this is also one of the leader other than the bank stocks. Okay, so DBS, all these, they are the leaders. Okay, they are the one that pulls up the index. But Parkway Life is something, it's really strong. Okay, so in other words, okay, right now, in other words, right, the tech is not that fantastic. Okay, the tech is not fantastic. iFast still at bottom. Okay, let me just summarize the whole session for Singapore market. iFast still at the bottom. has a potential for a short-term bounce. The rest stocks like Hourglass is, those if you are adventurous kind of traders, Hourglass, Rex, all these are more kind of like adventurous. Okay, mid cap. Okay, mid cap, the most sexy one is APEC, and these are Propnex. These are the most sexy one. So like what I say, stocks like 80 cents want to move to 160. There is like a potential. There's a potential, and if both of them take turn to move, it creates a momentum. It creates a sector moving, which is great. Okay, which is great. Okay, so APEC Realty, Propnex, all this, these are the interesting ones. So REITs wise, the strongest is Lendlease, Star Hill Global, Parkway Life. That's the 3 strongest REITs. The rest is something that I don't really see. Okay, so in other words, Singapore is not strong. Okay, Silver Lake, keep in your watch list, because you can see that it's making a uptrend when other people are sleeping. Okay, so Silver Lake, okay, is not not my kind of stocks, but it is something is like kind of like building up, and something is building up. Okay, so it is also a interesting one. Okay, at least you can see higher high, higher low. Not many stocks have this. Okay, city development, all this, okay, it's not fantastic. Okay, I mean, also have a higher high, higher low. Okay, but the STI, okay, STI already move up already. Then city development never move. Okay, so that is the something we scratch the head. Like, what's wrong? Like, okay, what's wrong? How come it detached from the STI, where you are city development, you are big boys, right? You are big guys. Okay, so all these Singtel, all these, it's better than, at least you can see this move near the high, but city development, it just lagged. It's just a lagged. But Singtel, in terms of non-bank, is one of the strongest blue chip. Okay. Yep. So yeah. So 3 REITs. Okay, Parkway, Star Hill, and Lendlease. These are the strongest. Well, of course, I might miss out some other REITs, but if you know, then that's good. Okay. So the rest, I think, not that interesting. Hong Kong land is super overbought already, so it's good, it's strong, but it's just not our kind. Okay, so let me quickly go to Hong Kong. Okay, let me quickly go to Hong Kong. Okay, so Hong Kong China market. Okay, Hong Kong China market, right? Okay, if you look at the overall market, right? Okay, obviously everybody know, okay, this Tencent is not doing well. Okay, it's not doing well. So when Tencent is not doing well, okay, it seems like the problem is pretty big, because US, right, tech stock already fly until the space already. Okay, this one, right, can't even get off the ground. Okay, can't even get off the ground, still at the ground. Okay, in other words, okay, the selling, right, is very strong. Okay, so so I've been hopeful for all this recovery and all that, but with this kind of scenario, seems like the recovery still might take some time. Okay, so of course, if you are value investors, long-term investors, is undervalued, is what long-term is the best time, or what, I don't know. But for short-term, something is weird here. Okay, something is weird here. So Meituan, okay, also one of the highlights. Okay, one of the supposed to be the one that to move, but also same thing, a lot of sellings, or no much of an interest over here. Okay, when the US market is really strong. So will the US fund come back to this? All this, unlikely. I would say US it's like today, every day you buy, you are just making money. Okay, You just buy and sell and do whatever thing that you do. US is right now the hottest market. So in the short run, people sell US and buy Hong Kong, unlikely. Okay, unlikely. So for me that's my opinion. So of course, if you are long-term investors, okay, this Meituan, right, is actually stronger than the Tencent. So if Meituan is moving, then there is hope, because Meituan is the one that make new high and the one that make a higher low so far. Okay, Tencent is still not making new high or higher low. Okay, so other than that, okay, if we do the same thing, we rank it up, strong up, and we switch to Hong Kong market. Okay, so Hong Kong market, right? Okay, so in current market, this kind of a scenario, you rank up the highest value, you will see the top traded stocks that is on stage 2. Top traded stocks is this Meituan, BYD, Kuaishou, Geely Auto, Mengniu Dairy, okay, and this JD and China Mobile, and this so on and so forth. Okay, so overall, the strongest stocks still the auto car makers. Okay, so BYD still the strongest stocks. Okay, so BYD, right, okay, is attached or somehow is riding the Tesla trend. And if you ask me which is better, Tesla is obviously better. Okay, but BYD is so-called like easier to buy or cheaper, because there's all these like kind of like a pullback kind of thing. Good news is what? Good news is Tesla yesterday dropped and this BYD never dropped. Okay, that is something slightly positive. Finally, the number one guy slow down a little bit, and the number 2, number 3 seems like it's catching up. Okay, so BYD, right, okay, is the strongest stocks in the Hong Kong market. If in Hong Kong you didn't buy this, then the rest is very tough, right? It's not easy. It's not easy. Okay, so other than that, if you look at stocks like all these Geely, okay, they are not making new high, they are not very strong, but again, compared to the index, they are considered better. Okay, and then the other one is this Great Wall Motor, which is also one of the strongest stocks. So among the 3, BYD, Geely, Great Wall, actually this BYD is the best, because BYD already break the August and the February high. So this among the 3, right, is the best stock. So if Hong Kong were to go up I hope it go up okay, if Hong Kong were to go up, you might expect to see a Tesla kind of a scenario, but replicated in this BYD stocks. Okay, so hopefully it's something something like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, there's some questions. Sorry, I didn't see your question just now. Okay, so let me see what is the question. Okay, when do we look at the super trend versus position trade? We look at super trend when we want to enter a position, and if we see that the stocks is near the purple line, this area is kind of like a smaller risk. Okay, when you look at the stocks that is very far away, then this area is so-called a higher risk. So if you ask me, like, this stock is it time to buy, then I will tell you that over here is lower risk, over here is higher risk. You understand what I mean? Okay, you understand what I mean? So basically, right, okay, basically, right, the super trend, right, is to help me to measure the risk. Okay, but if you look at the position trade, it will help me to give me many of this entry signal. Okay, so one give you many entry signal, the other one tell you to be slightly more careful or have a smaller size if it's very far away from the purple line. Okay, so this one answer already. Okay, so what's the significance of red color candle of the, okay, so red color candle, okay, so red color candle is the downtrend, blue color is the uptrend, red color is the downtrend, and blue color is the overall uptrend. Okay, so this is for David. Okay, would there be red color bar that turns up? Yes, it's possible. Okay, like all these, sometimes it turn up before it turns like a uptrend. So it takes some time for it to really turn. In your opinion, which screener result is the most effective? Please give your top 3 with the highest success rate. Wow. Okay, so if you are buying something, then straight away you look at short-term blue arrow. Short-term blue arrow. So if you're buying a stock, right, you look at short-term blue arrow, and it will brings you to the stock. So like this is like BYD. So it brings me to this blue arrow telling me that there is a pivot point. There's a pivot point. There's a turnaround happening today. Okay, so like stocks like this, yesterday was down. Okay, yesterday was down, and then today is up. So there's like a pivot point. So another one is this thing called bottom master uptrend. Bottom master uptrend will help me to find stocks that is at the real like bottom. So example, this PetroChina. Okay, PetroChina. So this one, okay, it could be a bottom, like like extremely oversold and then ready for a bounce. Okay, ready for a bounce, like all these like flat glass. Okay, so the perfect scenario is after you buy, it shoot up like this. That's the perfect scenario. After you buy, it shoot up like this. After you buy, like this one, it is a perfect scenario. After you buy, it shoot up like this. Okay, this one not so perfect. Not bad at least you go up 2 days, right? This one not that fantastic, but at least it is real near the bottom. Okay, so bottom master uptrend, this is one of the strategy to trade volatile market. So like Hong Kong, like let's say Singapore, okay, bottom master uptrend would be slightly slightly more effective. But for Singapore, I think not enough stocks. Okay, not enough stocks with volume. Okay, so Hong Kong will be slightly better. Okay, for US, please don't use this already, because US, right, already moved up already. So if you want to buy stocks at bottom now, this stock must be really terrible. Okay, understand? This stock must be really terrible. Understand? So for US, now don't have bottom master uptrend already. Don't have already. Okay, so bottom master uptrend is where market is having a correction. So which means if you look at stocks like Net, okay, Net, Cloudflare, okay, Cloudflare. When is the best time to buy Cloudflare? At the bottom. This is the point. Okay, this is the point. Okay, so during the October correction. So during the October correction, there's this bottom signal. That was the best time for the bottom. Okay, David saying, okay, one of the recent bottom is CRWD. Okay, CrowdStrike. Okay, CrowdStrike. So yes, okay, so CrowdStrike is a volatile stock. So you can see that, it pulls back, and then, here is the bottom signal, and it gives you a pretty considered quite good signal already. This one considered quite good already. Okay, you want better, you probably need another 10 years of experience, but over here is considered a pretty good to help you to identify a bounce area. Okay, so this is the oversold area of potential bounce. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so what's the purpose of top signal? Okay, so now for US market, there's the most top signal. So if you want to short the US stocks, okay, you want to short NASDAQ. Okay, you want to short NASDAQ to hedge your position. So top signal will give you the stocks, okay, to short. So example, you want to short the Crocs. Okay, so this is the point. Okay, this is the point. Okay, extremely overbought and start to turn down. So okay, so this is the point, for shorting. So if you notice short signal on the strong uptrend, sometimes, right, it doesn't really work very well, because the bull market, if the bull stocks usually go up more than go down. Okay, so over here, you can short if you really want to hedge the position. So like this one on semiconductor, okay, the perfect scenario is after you short, it move down. After you short, it move down. After you short, it move down. And this one, so there's a chance, okay, not 100%, but at least you understand what you are doing. Okay, so usually we do this for hedging. Hedging means maybe I'm holding NVIDIA, but I short this on semiconductor. Okay, maybe I'm holding TSM, but I short another semiconductor companies to hedge the position, because maybe one is very overbought and the other one is still strong. Okay, so that is the thing. All right, so okay, answered some of the questions already. So Propnex chart, red color bars going up, what does it mean? Just now Propnex. Okay, so let me just finish a few questions, then we move on. Okay, so it means it's turning around over here. So it turns to blue. So now it's slightly better. Super trend is also above the support level. So it's still healthy. Okay, so usually, right, stock that make big move and continue to be strong, usually is above the super trend line. So if you can see, Propnex is still above this purple line, right, which is the support level. It is still okay. It's still okay. Okay, still healthy, in other words. Okay. All right. So I think keep the question later. Keep the question for later. Okay. So let me just continue. Okay, continue. So we talk about Hong Kong market. So Hong Kong market, okay, basically you can consider the bottom uptrend, bottom signal uptrend, or bottom master sideway or downtrend. So bottom master sideway or downtrend, okay, if you rank it up to find the blue chip kind of stocks, right? Some of these stocks, okay, they could be, like having this rebound, this short-term rebound, although they are not really the uptrend. But my favorite one is usually the uptrend stocks. Okay, all these are the not so uptrend stocks. Okay, not so uptrend stocks, but they could be a critical point for a rebound. Okay, critical point for rebound. All right, so so let's move on. Okay, so for Hong Kong market, the strongest, is basically BYD, and I'm also having a little bit of hope on Li Ning. Okay, Li Ning is also a little bit of hope. Don't dare to hope too much. Okay, so Li Ning, right, just turn blue. Okay, first blue arrow over here. Okay, so Li Ning, okay, still have a bit of resistance over here at $96. So if the next few days can break above $96, if you notice, Li Ning, right, is one of the strongest, okay, one of the strongest throughout the last few years, even though Hong Kong market is terrible. Okay, Hong Kong market is terrible. So even though the Hong Kong market is terrible, but Li Ning still managed to stay afloat. So in other words, right, I mean, if the worst thing already happened, then when good thing happen, and this confirmed by breaking above 96.50, then that is a good sign. So in other words, for Hong Kong market, right, it's tough, so tough. Okay, only two stock is hopeful. One is BYD, the other one is Li Ning. Okay, but then still Li Ning still lose to Nike. Nike already break new high already. Okay, so in other words, okay, so the best market, okay, Hong Kong market, the best market is the US market. For China, we're looking at Tinci, Tinci is the battery maker. So Tinci is one of the strongest. Pull back, make new high, pull back, make new high, pull back, make new high, pull back, make new high. So I'm waiting for 136 to re-enter if let's say it had a any like pullback. Okay, so another battery which is probably a more popular one is Ganfeng Lithium. Ganfeng Lithium. So Ganfeng Lithium is also one of the strongest stocks over the past 2 years. This correction, it actually stays sideways just like the previous one. Okay, so Ganfeng Lithium, if you can break above this 158, okay, there is a good opportunity. It's a good chance. Okay, it's a good chance. So Ganfeng Lithium is listed both in Hong Kong and China. So in China is Jiangxi Ganfeng Lithium. So the China one is actually seems like stronger. Okay. Okay, so the China Ganfeng, right? Okay, okay, seems like it is like having a like some big move for the past 2 days. Okay, so overall for Hong Kong market, for China market, still EV plays. Okay, still EV plays. Okay, so of course, okay, we do not look at smart money to buy stocks. Okay, we don't look at smart money to buy stocks. Smart money, right, is only for you to hold on to some stocks or to take profit. Okay, to take profit when stocks are extremely like overbought or something like that. Okay, okay. So just now, Venice asked, what if smart money hits 100%? We'll wait for another entry point. Okay, so I have the same situation. Okay, one of the stocks that I hold is Airbnb. Okay, so Airbnb spike up. Okay, with these earnings, and SMI is 100%. So the blue bars below is the smart money index. So if you want to protect the short-term profit, you might want to take profit when this thing hit 100%. Okay, so of course, when it hit 100%, it may still continue to go higher if there is new funds going in. Okay, if there's new funds going in, it may still continue to go higher. But again, yesterday never sell. I also a bit regret. Okay, I also a bit regret. But then, yeah, okay, I don't want to be too empty-handed during this period. So we still continue to hold on. So in current situation, right, is a good market. Try not to be empty-handed. So that's the thing. So we keep some stocks, we take some profits, and of course we also buy into some stocks as well. All right, so let's talk about, okay, so somebody asked, Joey asked about what is the short-term strong trend. Short-term strong is basically those stocks that is, breaking into the 1 month high, breaking into the 1 month high. So if you rank it up, okay, then all this Galaxy Entertainment is breaking into the short-term, short-term like uptrend, okay, breaking into the 1 month high. Okay, but then, we don't usually use this. Okay, we don't usually use this. Okay, so let me just move on to the most exciting market. Okay, the US market. The US market. Okay, so for US market, right? Okay, US market, right? If you screen stage 2, okay, there will be a lot of stocks. Okay, there'll be a lot of stocks. Okay, so if you screen like this stage 2, there will be many stocks. Okay, many stocks. So all these stocks, right, they are all in stage 2. So basically, it is not that useful to see the all these stocks in stage 2. Understand? Okay, so what do? We look at another thing called the okay, of course you still can take a look. You still can take a look over here. Okay, so what's happening here when you rank it up with value? Okay, when you rank it up with value, right? Okay, when you rank it up with value, right? What do you see? You see stocks like AMC. Okay, AMC. Okay, so AMC, right, is one of the highest traded stocks. Okay, highest traded stocks. Okay, which means yesterday, right, there is like this 3 billion, okay, more than what? Okay, more than Nike, more than Berkshire Hathaway, more than C Limited, more than Salesforce. Okay, more than Salesforce. So in other words, right? Okay, the market is going crazy. Okay, the market is going crazy. The good news is what? Okay, the good news is this crazy stock is not at the top yet. Okay, it's not at the top yet. Okay, so it's interesting. Okay, interesting. So now, okay, now this crazy stock just started. Okay, so the worst case scenario is like this. Okay, and then it's finished. So if you don't have a stop loss, this kind of stocks, right, you don't touch. If you don't have a stop loss, you don't touch. Okay, don't touch. Okay, if you don't have a stop loss, then now is the time to get out of the US market already. Okay, so if you don't have a stop loss, okay, if you don't have, but if you have a stop loss, now is the market, right? You know, to just anyhow, like, you know, anyhow you buy what stock, right? Also it goes up. Okay, there's like this very strong, crazy momentum right now. Okay, so which means this AMC, okay, it might, anything can happen. Anything can happen because currently there is a catalyst. There's a catalyst. That means that means everybody is making money. They don't mind throwing it to something crazy. Okay, just like when people make money in Bitcoin, okay lah, those other coin, dog coin, cat coin, just buy lah, just buy, and then then everybody do that, then the dog coin, cat coin all go up as well. Okay, so that is what is happening, right? That's what. Okay, should we wait for SMI to appear? No, we don't look at SMI to buy stocks. Okay, we don't look at SMI to buy stocks. So anyway, this is just just a concept. Okay, I'm not telling you, to look at AMC. I'm just telling you that, don't have stop loss, don't touch. Okay, so Ford, okay, Ford SMI 100% still strong, okay, still strong, but have to be careful. Okay, have to be careful already. Okay, have to be careful already. Okay, any recommendation on crypto? I don't really trade crypto, so yeah. Okay, so if you ask about stocks, then okay, so right now, right, US market, okay, US market. So let's go deep into US market. Okay, so US market, right, what is the concept that is really strong? What's the stocks concept is really strong? Okay, so number one, okay, is the EV. So you must be very clear what stocks, right, is the EV concept for US. Okay, so if you look at it, right, Ford, Tesla, these are the old timer. Ford, of course, not an EV, but it runs for the EV. Okay, it just take the EV and run. Okay, so that is what's happening. Even if you don't like, I say Ford is not EV, doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. Understand? Okay, so other than that, okay, there is a Lucid. Okay, recently I make some good money on Lucid. Okay, make some good money. So Tesla and Ford, right, okay, currently is very, very strong. Okay, very, very strong. But Lucid, okay, Lucid is the crazy play. It's a crazy play. So this is like the kind of like the pump and dump, and I don't know, but anything can happen right now. Okay, so that's the thing. Anything can happen. So over here, what we do is we will put on our break-even stops. Okay, we will take some profits. We will let the remaining stocks run. Okay, so that's the thing. But of course, if you are not in Lucid, then it's not the best time to get in. So this blue arrow, like this blue arrow, okay, is the one of the pivot point, the pullback, and then the reset, and that's the good entry, a safer entry. But now, of course, it's not. Okay, so EV, right, also have this kind of like a infrastructure. Okay, so yesterday, okay, I also a bit lucky, okay, also happened to look at QS. QS is QuantumScape, okay. Okay, so EV, right, also got China EV. Okay, China EV, the strongest, okay, the strongest is not NIO. Okay, NIO is okay, but it's not really the strongest. Okay, it's not really strong. The strongest is XP. Okay, Xiaopeng is the strongest. Yes, you are doing homework, right? Very good. Okay, so Xiaopeng, right, is this the one? This is not the one. Okay, XPEV. Okay, so Xiaopeng is the strongest with this like consolidation, is strong, but it didn't run. Okay, it didn't run. That is the problem. Anything that doesn't really run yesterday, right? You know, it's tough for it to really run. Okay, so basically, okay, China, right, is totally out of the picture. Okay, it's totally out of the picture. So the investors, okay, the US investors, they are not getting into the Chinese companies. They're not getting into Chinese companies, okay, for whatever, you know, reason. Although it looks a lot of potential, a lot of good consolidation, but it didn't break the high. So if it didn't break the high, it didn't have the strong enough power. It didn't have strong enough power. Okay, so over here, okay, the Angmo, okay, the US EV, Tesla, Ford, Lucid, maybe got other stocks, but I don't know. But this three is actually good enough already. If you focus, focus on these three. So infrastructure like QS, like plug power, like Blink charger, right? Okay, and you know, what lithium America, all that, right? Okay, so if you look at QS, okay, QS is interesting. Okay, it's interesting. So QS, if you don't know, that day I also don't know. Okay, I also Google QuantumScape. Okay, so when I Google QuantumScape, okay, if you Wikipedia, okay, the investors, right, is like you know, Bill Gates, okay, Volkswagen. Okay, so in other words, right, okay, you know, this one, right, is one of the kind of like you know, a potential at, you know, $30 over. Okay, $30 over. So yeah, okay, so EV go QuantumScape. Okay, so Blink charging, okay, plug. Okay, so again, now is the crazy market. Crazy market means, you know, things like this, okay, things like this, right, could happen. But of course, it happens with some sign, like over here, you know, the volume spike up and stuff like that. So currently, the market is having this kind of like a run, okay, currently kind of run. Those stocks that is consistently uptrend, they are still good. All this, what DDOG, all this, I think is a bit too much already. So all this, you know, all this Nvidia, all this Tesla, yes, they are uptrend, and you know, it's a bit like too much, right? Okay, it's a bit like overbought, right? So for it to go even steeper, right? Because stocks, right, it goes, you know, up and then steep, and you know, how steep can it go? We don't know. Okay, but so far, I think, you know, it probably reached one of the maximums. You know, so all these, they tend to turn down anytime. Okay, but or go sideways. Okay, or go sideways. So all these Cloudflare, all these, you know, they are good, they are running, but you know, kind of like you know, kind of like limited, very limited. Okay, so semiconductor, yes, still potential, still good. They didn't really like some of them, like they didn't really have, some of them didn't have a crazy run. Okay, didn't really have a crazy run. So it's not totally crazy. It's only Nvidia is running. Okay, it's only like some of the on semiconductor, a few of them, AMD. Okay, they are they are running well, which is good. Okay, which is good. They're running well, right? But one day up 10%. Okay, one day up 10%. At this kind of scenario, you probably, right? Okay, it's already up and extended. You want to be selling into strength. You want to be selling into strength. So last month, the talk, right? Okay, last month, right? The market outlook, right? We are talking about, now, it's the bottom signal. So, hey, you can get in bottom signal, right? Okay, but this time round, right? This time round, we are, into this kind of a scenario. Okay, this kind of scenario. So it's into a pretty over extended rally. So you might see some kind of like a pullback in the next, few weeks, next 1-2 weeks. So that is normal. Doesn't mean that it will continue to go down, but it's just like went sideways. So for short term, right, you want to be taking off some profit, peeling off some profit, as the share price is currently those are in a very overbought position. Okay, so one of the thing, okay, like it seems like, okay, the funds also split, and go into QS, Bank Charger, plug. So BL NK, okay, so you can see, okay, they have this kind of like a spike up. So this kind of stock, they previously never move on, and then now they suddenly, right, start to get pumped up. So you can see, when they get pumped up, okay, that could happen. So which means, right, you might think that US market is extended, but seems like the money, right, is flowing into some small caps. So which means the fund managers already make money. They are throwing the money, those spare cash, right? They are throwing into some of these like concept companies. Okay, so stocks like Roblox, okay, Roblox today should be up 30%. Should be up 30%. So you can see, they are not those uptrend and extended uptrend. They're not, because those uptrend, they already go extended uptrend. So now, okay, the money is flowing into this kind of concept companies, which means what? Which means some of those stocks, right, that is having an uptrend, in the next 6 months or next 1 year, it could be over for them already. Right? It could be over for some of these stocks. Right? For some of these stocks. Understand? So, the money is switching to some of the new stock. Okay, new stocks. Okay, so now they are testing, right? Testing the water. Okay, so Roblox is like, it's like Facebook. Okay, just started. It's like Facebook just started. So this could be those new stocks that could be very interesting for next year. So new stocks like Roblox, like QS, okay, QuantumScape, okay, these are something to watch. Okay, and another stocks is Palantir. So you can see that it start to get interesting. So all these are like new, slightly new stocks. Okay, so those very hot stocks, they might cool down, and then this kind of like concept stocks, right, which means they are like not really hot this year. Okay, they're not really hot, but they start to get hot. Okay, but Palantir earnings release 9 p.m. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, but anyway, okay, so okay, DOCN, if you never see this before, okay, this is also an interesting one. Okay, interesting one. So you want to put this in your watch list. So these are some of the new stocks that people are not really don't really know. So this is a interesting, volume, good volume. Okay, and DOCN is also one of the top holdings for some ETFs. Okay, I think it's cloud, right? This one is cloud computing. Okay, not much data yet. Not much data. Okay, so overall, okay, this is one part. Okay, so right now, okay, we're talking about EV. Okay, besides EV, right, there is another area is the crypto. Okay, I don't know whether I spelled wrong. Correct. Okay, correct. Crypto. Okay, so so crypto, right? What is the crypto stocks? Okay, crypto stocks. Wow, you all are good, man. You all are really good. Okay, SI is Silvergate, Coin. Okay, Riot. Okay, Riot is okay. Wow, you all are really good. Okay, BTBT, you all know more than me. Okay, so Travel got a nice, interesting one which nobody actually put attention to. HUT. Okay, HUT. Okay, so enough. I think too many. Okay, so the biggest one, right? The biggest one, I will say, the mainstream one is these three, right? Mainstream means most people actually talk about. Okay, so these three, okay, and Mara, sorry, okay, Mara is also mainstream. Okay, so basically, okay, so crypto, right, actually is having a very strong run. So you can see this Silvergate is running up. Okay, SI, okay, is running up from 109, it goes up to 200, and this is 100%. Okay, 100%. So Mara, okay, Marathon Digital, this is also running up, very crazy. Okay, 150%. Okay, and this coin is the slowest one because it's probably the most steady one. Okay, most steady one. Okay, so COIN, okay, Coinbase, okay, it's about 50, I think. 50%. This is the slowest one. The rest is up like crazy. Okay, so it's very difficult to get in. Very difficult to get in because it's like, it's like super overbought and things like that. Okay, so there's many others. Okay, so one of the one that I look at today, okay, this one is the more easy one. Easy as in the trend are not so, not so kind of like it's slightly smoother. It's slightly smoother. Okay, isn't better to trade crypto directly? Okay, so the thing here is this. Okay, if you look at example, if you look at this Bitcoin, okay, 1 month, this month, okay, this month, how much percent it goes up? ETH, this month, how many percent it goes up? Okay, for let's say October or for November. You see what I mean? Okay, you see what I mean? So in other words, right, what you are putting in, like let's say you put $5,000. Okay, so you put $5,000, right? You are looking for what? A percentage gain. You're looking for percentage gain. So if you are looking at crypto, right? Okay, I'm not good in crypto. I use Coinbase, but the problem is what? Number one, the commission. Okay, number two, it doesn't allow me to queue to buy. So I don't know, what you all use to trade the crypto, but I feel that stocks is if stock can also make this kind of a percentage, right? Okay, if stock can give this kind of percentage, right, then actually stocks is easier lah. Okay, yes, okay, Coinbase no limit order, right? Okay, yes, okay, so thank you, y'all. Okay, like what I say, y'all are crypto wise. Okay, I'm an old man. Okay, I'm an old man. Okay, so basically this it's interesting. I see this chart is a interesting chart. Interesting chart. The rest a bit tough. I am interested with Silvergate, but then don't have a very good entry point. Okay, so it's not easy to really get into the stock. But then, you know, like, so conclusion is what for US market? Okay, conclusion is you cannot use a sensible mind to trade the US market right now. Okay, now is a crazy market. HIVE. Thank you for telling me. Hives. Okay, Hives is also interesting one, but also same thing. Okay, it's tough to like kind of like, you know, get in. Okay, so we want to get in, you know, when there is this kind of like consolidation. So if you have, you know, there's a consolidation, it's easier to get in. If there's a consolidation, it's easier to get in. If there's no consolidation and we just jump in, then it's tough. Okay, it's tough. Okay, it's tough to just jump in, and then, you know, anytime it might just pull back 20% like this. Okay, so overall, okay, for people who are more kind of like okay, for this kind of like you know, we don't touch the vaccine stock anymore. You know that this Moderna is gone. Okay, it's totally, you know, gone. Okay, gone. Okay, totally gone. Okay, so these are like what I say, 2020 stocks. Now it's going into 2022. Okay, so things change already. Okay, so go back to this Nasdaq. Okay, so Nasdaq, right? Nasdaq, right? Okay, so same thing. Okay, interesting one. This is an interesting MSTR. Okay, MSTR. MSTR is also I don't know what they do, but okay, this is like, you know, the stocks that had a very good consolidation and then kind of like, you know, breakout also yesterday, also 7.8%. So for this what we call for Nasdaq, right? For Nasdaq, right? Okay, so usually if you look at value, you will find the strongest company. Okay, not strong company, the biggest company. So big company like, you know, like this Tesla, Nvidia, I think everybody know already. Apple is very disappointing. Amazon, I'm not hoping anything. I'm not looking at it at all. Okay, like the rest, like Coinbase, you can see that is one of the top traded. The trade desk yesterday just you know, earnings or what. Okay, Airbnb. Okay, Airbnb is definitely one stocks that have a potential with the 2022 concept. Okay, recovery. Okay, so Netflix, it's disappointing. Okay, disappointing. Is uptrend but slow. Uptrend but slow. So previously, you know, we are still quite bullish. Okay, but when you see other stocks flying 10% every day, and this stock is falling, it's not fantastic. Okay, it's not fantastic. Understand? Okay, so let's see some of your stocks. Take-Two Interactive. Okay, also, you know, yesterday, and you know, if the stock really dropped for the past 2 days, right, it's really like, you know, like, yeah, okay, like Kelvin said, not cool. It's really, wow. You see, wow, other people up 8%, 10%, 20%, you know. So so it's the okay. So you, when you see the stock have a very good bounce up, and then just 2 days it have this sell down, you know, you probably want to like, okay, take a deep breath and rethink. Okay, rethink, see whether, wow, what's wrong with this stocks. Okay, Qualcomm, okay, is still strong. Okay, it's still strong. One of the stocks that, you know, have a big run up over here, as you know, if you see that it gaps up over here. So the so-called the semicon sectors, okay, the semicon sectors, this is one of the leading stocks, but the best is still Nvidia. Okay, okay, Alibaba, Hong Kong stocks, okay, is tough. Okay, very tough. Okay, it's not that, you know, we don't think it's undervalued. The whole world thinks it's undervalued. Just that, okay, it's kind of like, most retail investors, right, is being sucked into it. Is being sucked into it. So Alibaba is, one of the stocks with a lot of retail investors, long-term investors that sees the undervalue, don't know what, okay, waiting for it to recover, okay, and the other side, the crazy side, right? Okay, the Bitcoin, the EV, okay, the crazy side, right, is flying out like crazy. So it's better to be. It's not say better to be crazy, but it's more profitable to be crazy right now. Okay, to be so of course you must know how to set stop loss. If you don't know how to set stop loss, then or you don't set stop loss, then then you look at stocks like Bank of America. Maybe it's this kind of like at least it is uptrend. At least uptrend. At least you look at like JP Morgan, this kind, no stop loss, it doesn't kill you. Okay, this kind doesn't kill you. Still uptrend, still steady. Okay, it's safer than those downtrend stocks. Okay, so C Limited, I used to be very bullish, very positive of this until recently. So recently is terrible. Okay, it's terrible. Okay, so by right, from October 1st, based on how it usually move, right, it should be $400 already. But the past 3 weeks shows that there's a lot of selling. Okay, and if you remember, right, it actually announced that it is having a reporting season, or giving a report soon. Okay, so having this announcement, it doesn't really excite the investors, right? Okay, so it's weird. Okay, it's weird. It's weird that even American Express can move. Okay, American Express also can move up. This C Limited okay, it's like people are buying things, right? But this is going down. Okay, so in other words, maybe the earnings will be good or what, I don't know. Okay, but it doesn't seem very strong right now. So if let's say I'm not making money on these stocks, I wouldn't want to bet with the what we call the earnings. So the earnings, anything can happen. Okay, so PayPal is a good example. Okay, how do we see sector comparison? Okay, so over here, the right side, if you want to get this sector comparison, is over here. The button is in the middle top. Okay, the middle top, this button. So you have this like sector info, so you can see other stocks in the same sectors. Okay, so PayPal is one of the worst stocks over the past 1 month with a heavy volume sell down. Okay, potential bottom reversal, but that's for short term. For a mid-term, long-term, it is pretty bad. Okay, it is pretty bad. So maybe, okay, actually right now, right, if you're on e-commerce, okay, nobody usually use PayPal nowadays. So people use Stripe. Stripe is a new company. Okay, so maybe, okay, Stripe IPO or what in the near futures, and that is the end for PayPal. Okay, so if you know some history of PayPal, the founder is who? You don't know, no? Founder. PayPal founder is who? Okay, PayPal founder is okay, you know. Okay, let your type first. Okay. Okay. PayPal founder already become billionaire already without PayPal. Okay, already become the #1 billionaire, Elon Musk. Okay, and this Palantir, Peter Thief or Peter Thief. Okay, so so basically, they already move on to new technology, new company, new concept, new stocks already. So I think PayPal is a bit tough. So okay. So it's a very traditional, okay, very safe kind of people they will buy into PayPal. Okay, they will buy into PayPal. So but right now the market, right, is rewarding adventurous people. They are not rewarding the safe kind of people. So if you find that it is undervalued right now, PayPal is undervalued, Yahoo or what, is undervalued, they are those are very dangerous old company. Okay, those crazy companies like this Lucid, are flying up like crazy. QuantumScape, okay, Coinbase, all this, they are flying up like crazy. Airbnb, this could be the concept, upcoming concept. Okay, so that is the thing. That's the thing. All right, so okay, so what other questions you all have? Okay, let me see. Okay, what other questions? What other stocks? Okay, so what I want to say here is one more thing. Okay, so from the tech stock, right, that's super overbought right now. Okay, you might want to also diversify into commodities. Okay, commodities basically, right, yesterday have a very good price action if FCX. FCX is Freeport. Okay, so yesterday had a very nice move. Okay, very nice move. So very nice move. This is a consolidation. This is some kind of like a cup and handle kind of a play. Okay, so this is a resistance. Okay, but this is something representing the commodities. FCX is one of the stocks that you want to also be watching. If the market flow out of the tech stocks, where will they go? Okay. Okay, so parameters of the screener. Okay, if you are on stage two, okay, stage two. So stage two strong up will give you all the stocks, right? That is blue color right now. Blue color. Okay, so blue color, blue color is like a stage two. Okay, so okay, so stocks that is in the blue color, okay, blue color, these are like stage two. So what I'm doing here is I'm just getting into those, like taking a look at those stocks that is the blue color. Okay, so blue color, if you rank it up with value, you will see some of the most traded companies. So you can see like Palantir, you can see like Shopify, okay, you can see like Freeport is here. So they are the most traded stocks, which means they are the most popular one. Okay, so Unity, they are the kind of like the most popular stocks out there. Okay, one of the most popular, at least for yesterday. So yesterday, this is one of the most popular stocks. Okay, so another sectors, okay, is this like what I say, oil and gas. So oil and gas, okay, they are quietly moving up. So okay, so oil and gas, they are not really running yet. Okay, they are not really running. Okay, the settings I'm using a default for today. I never really go and tighten up the settings. So today is just a default settings. I'm not making it, zooming in to finding the stocks. Okay, so same thing. If you put up the short-term blue arrow for NYSE, you will zoom in to what stocks, okay, what stocks to watch right now. So like example, Asan, okay, Asan. So this is the, straight away zoom into the, the consolidation breakout setup. Okay, like Silvergates, this is a consolidation potential breakout. Okay, Magnolia, I guess, Magnolia got, okay, Magnolia I thought it's a fresh milk. Okay, but here also got the oil and gas. Okay, so this short-term blue arrow will zoom in into what stocks to look at for tonight, or for the past few days. Okay, so that is the shortcut. That's a shortcut. So these are the shortcuts to zoom in for tonight's play. Okay, so tonight's play. So this is what FOBO TV. don't know what is that. Okay, but you know, it helped me to zoom in to what to watch out for today. So this could be one of the crazy AMC kind of stocks play. Okay, so you look for what is your preferred sectors, your preferred stocks, or your preferred market cap. Okay, so based on what you prefer, not based on what I prefer. Okay, so all these. Okay, so American Express, things like that. All right, okay, so is AIT able to screen Russell 2000 stocks? We do not have the list, but if you have the list to import it, I mean, more or less is when you screen both these NYSE and NASDAQ, you got the Russell 2000. Okay. Okay, do we look at the weekly chart also? For me personally, I do not look at the weekly chart, but it's not wrong or it's not stopping you for looking at it. I mean, yeah. What about gold? Gold had a very nice breakout yesterday. Okay, so gold also, you know, okay, so which means everything is looking good now for US market. Okay, even the gold, okay, although it's not US market, but it is you know, a nice break, okay, above this 169. It's a nice break, but you know, nowadays the new goal, right? The new goal is the crypto. Okay, that's the new goal. That is like really flying. Okay, that's the really flying. So okay, so it's of course not the safest things, not the safest things. So right now there's two kind of gold. One is the oil, and the other one is the crypto. Okay, the rest, the original gold, you know, it's not that popular. Okay, although it is positive. Okay, what does the Asana pattern just now tells you? Okay, so if you study long enough, this kind of like a bullish trend that stocks that move a few 100%. Okay, so usually, right, they consolidate and then they continue to move, and then they rest for a while and then they move. Sometimes they have a pullback, but they still rest for a while. Okay, and then they continue to move. So now it is resting. When it's resting, right, it's either it goes all the way down or it goes all the way up. But we look at the previous trend. So if the previous trend is uptrend, the chances of it moving higher, usually we believe that it will continue. Okay, usually, but then why we put it this kind of a trade? Because this kind of trade is very clear that we are wrong when we are wrong. So when we are wrong, it is very clear that we are wrong. Understand? Okay, so when we are wrong, we are very clear that we are wrong, then what can we do? We can get up. Okay, the problem is, right, sometimes you don't know you are wrong. That is the problem. Okay, so when you are not sure whether you are wrong or not, okay, like, whether I should sell or not, I should sell or not, I should sell or not. Okay, so when you're not sure when you're wrong, right, then that's the tough part. That's the tough part, because you thought you're right, but you know, the market is wrong. Okay, sometimes you thought market is wrong. So that's the thing. Okay. Okay, so that is the problem. So when sometimes we trade some of these stocks, right? Okay, if we are wrong, we are like, you know, we have to go, because you know, if we are wrong, then that's it. Okay, that's it. Okay, that means we really have to run, because you know, if not, it will, like, you know, gap down or it will crash down 10%, 15%. Okay, so the whole idea is, how do you identify, or where do you think you are wrong, or where do you think you are right? Okay, that means which point, which is the stop loss, you know, which sign tell you that you are right, and things like that. So when you are right, move the stop loss to break even, move the stop loss higher to protect your profit. That's the whole overall idea. Avis budget, I think, is finished already. Okay, I mean, usually if the stocks one day move 200%, you know, I don't know how it looked like. Okay, but if you look at this trade, right, alone, right, okay, this trade one day moved 200%. Have you ever seen before? Okay, so you can see that before it goes up that day 200%, right? Before that, it is uptrend, it pull back, And then during that period, the October-September period, it is stronger than the entire market. Okay, it is stronger than the entire market. So that is what you see. That's what you see. And that leads to the day one, few days before, there is this like blue arrow. This is how it look like. There's a kind of like a consolidation pattern before it shoot up this big giant candle. So all this, right, is good case study. It's very good case study to help you to see how to identify the next big trend. Okay. All right, what's the danger sign to watch before market corrects? Of course, when price drop, then we worry. Okay? When price is going up, then yeah, we still still good. I mean, still remain bullish. Okay, so seems like market is like what I say, the Russell 2000 is moving, and then everything is flying up. Seems like the party is very hot right now. Okay, it's good but we don't know when. Okay, we don't know when. Okay, so that when your stop loss keep getting hit, that is the sign. So you put the stop loss, and if you get hit a few times, then one thing, it tells you the danger sign. Two things, you are already out. Okay, so you put a stop loss close to where you want to protect your profit. Okay, do you have a leading indicator for market to watch for possible correction? There's no leading indicator. If you want to catch the market correction, okay, you want to avoid the market correction, the best is to sell the share into strength. So when you make some money, you take some profit off, because you just leave the other half running. So you make some money, take a profit off, leave the other half running. So nowadays, every few days you have good signals. Okay, so just continue with the good market. Okay, so for market, US market, which screener is the best used now? Okay, like what I say, just now, if you look at short-term blue arrow for NYSE, you have a very nice Asana, Silvergate, Football TV, or this Magnolia, so you got a pretty good signals. Okay, pretty nice uptrend signals. Consolidation haven't moved yet. Oil and gas is a concept as well. Okay, it highlights to you the stocks that move from $5 to $20. Okay, and for $20 to 40 or $20 in US, right, is considered very cheap stocks. Okay, very cheap stocks. So if these stocks can move up so orderly, if it really go crazy, maybe it can go 40, 60, 100s. Everything is possible in the current market. So if you have a stop loss, you don't have to really worry. Okay, so same thing, if you put it on NASDAQ, what does the NASDAQ market tells you? Okay, rank it up with 6 months. Oh my God, this Punware is also another kind of like pump and dump. Okay, so this is pump and dump stocks. Okay, so the rest, these are all pump and dump stocks probably. Okay, so so you can see that for NASDAQ, maybe nothing much. This is what TNDM, interesting counter. Okay, not really tech. It's more like a healthcare, biotech, diabetes care. So it's moving out of the tech stocks, right? So it's not tech. So you understand that the tech stocks is the one that is crowded. This, okay. Sophie is also an interesting one. New companies. Okay, interesting. Like a very organized setup, very cheap price. So this is also like something you want to be at least see before. So you can see nothing much on all the super overbought stocks. Okay, nothing much. Those very familiar names, they are not asking you to get in, except CrowdStrike, which is I don't think it's very like bullish. Okay, I don't think cloud companies should have moved already. Tech, this FTNT, the what we call online securities, this is the strongest. FTNT is the strongest. CrowdStrike, Cloudflare already moved, so is Okay, it's not easy for CrowdStrike. I'm not sure. Okay, so this one I'm not sure. Okay, so meta trend, okay, the metaverse, right? Facebook, right? Basically, yeah, I still can't really. Okay, so Facebook is probably your long-term investment stock, right? Facebook is a long-term investment stock. So, I mean for short term, definitely it's not the best. Will it be like Alibaba? There's a chance that it will be like Alibaba, but so far the chance is quite low. So we don't expect that to happen. Okay, because also same thing, a lot of people have, and this is not a lousy company, is just having some kind of like problem. Okay, so long run, Facebook is still the the stocks to watch. Okay. So can you please show how to rank up the 6-month again? Last one. Okay, last question. Okay, so rank up 6-month, you rank whether or not, okay, you can rank it up, click this 6-month. If you don't have this, click on the hamburger menu beside. Okay, it should be the power 6-month, the last one, right? So you make sure this is all tick. Okay, click on the top, you can rank it up. All right, so okay, Ming Shao asked about how can I claim IBF funding? Okay, is it only for people who is in the finance industry? Answer is no, it's for everybody. Okay, it's for everybody. You don't have to personally claim it. I will talk about this in just a few seconds. Okay, so over here, okay, I think we have run through pretty much a lot of stocks. Okay, overall, I think, like what I say, I think it's quite clear for people who are risk averse. Then for US market, bank stocks still have a move, oil stocks still have a move. And then for those, if you are risk averse, blue chip oil stocks is this ConocoPhillips. This is like the bigger one, 100 over billion one. So these are the blue chip one for people who are risk averse. People who are risk taker, then those any stocks, any like this any kind of like this stock went up like 1,300%. People, okay, if you attend the class before and you're making money, you can be risk taker. But if you are not, not having a strategy, stop loss or anything, then this kind of stocks is too much for new beginners. Okay. So over here, stock market changed my life. I want to use my time, effort, my system strategies, to help more people to learn more about the stock market. So upcoming, we have a class. Okay, this class have many good reviews. Probably have more than 2,000 people have attended this class before. Okay, so the class name is Technical Analysis System Trading class. Okay. So by the way, those people who make money, just help me to write some good comment before you leave, rather than just thanks, Andy. Okay, all right. So this class, right, is 18.5 hours. Okay, 18.5 hours. Basically, we will talk about psychology, technical analysis, money management, mechanical trading, position sizing. How to manage the risk, stop loss, and all that. Okay. Of course, we'll talk about chart patterns, so that you understand how to read the support, resistance. You will also learn how to select the strong sector to be in, how to do market analysis to identify market corrections. Okay, bottom strategies, how to catch the bottom. Okay, so this one of our student, okay, is GK. He's been trading for like more than 10 years. And then he also he's not the IBF sponsor. He attend before we have this IBF grant, so he paid full price. Okay, so let's hear from her. Let's hear from him. He paid $3,000 to attend this class. Okay, let's hear from GK.
Hi everyone, my name is GK. I get to know Andy last year, 2017. I decided to join his class, so I pay around $3,000, and then I asked him to help me to install the software. However, I did not really attend his class during the first opportunity, because I was busy with my work and I travel quite frequently. So I got a few friends, close friends, so we decided to pool a sum of money around. Initially, I started off with 30K, and then for the first few months, we were surprised that the return was quite good. So I decided to set a target. So I told them that I will set a target of $1,000 per month. Yeah, and so far, to our surprise, we managed to make that kind of money every month. And my last profit is around $1,800. Yeah, so for the past 6 months, it has been a very consistent win for us. So we were pleasantly surprised because I've been trading for more than 10 years, and unfortunately, I can't make that kind of consistent profit until I get to know Andy and this software.
All right. Okay. So basically, right, this class, right, is happening on November 25th, 26th, 24th, 25th, 26th, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, and Saturday it's a full day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So 3 evening, one full day on Saturday. Okay, so this class original price, right, is 2140, but for Singaporean and PR who is physically based in Singapore, this class, right, have a 90% IBF grant. Okay, that means anybody, no need to be in financial industry. You can be a doctor, nurse, a technician, Uber, Grab drivers, or anybody. Okay, anybody. Okay, it's so fair, right? Anybody, no need to be in the financial industry. You can also get this 90% kind of like a grant. Okay, so $214 you can attend this class, and this $214 you can use your Skillfuture to offset. So if you have balance with Skillfuture, right? Okay, if you have balance with Skillfuture, right, then you can use this. Okay, if not, you have to pay cash for this 214. Okay, so one thing very important. Okay, after this class, after December class, okay, after 31st December, there's no more this 90% grant. Okay, no more 90%. The next what we call next year, right, is only 80%. So 80% is actually still cheap because original price is 3,000 plus. Okay, next year, this class is 428. So the best, right, is you attend this class, okay, this class. So, so what is the next date? Okay, let me just confirm with you what is the next date, but right now, I do not have a confirmed date, okay? So I think December we have one more class. So, but this is the date first. You can go to this website. Okay, go to this website. Okay, that's in the link, or scan the QR code. Okay, to register or see the next date. Okay, so if you look at the next date, right? Okay, next date, right? Okay, if you look at the next date, right? Okay, so over here you can select. Okay, now don't have the next date. Okay, so somewhere in December, okay, either the second week, I think should be the second week. Okay, there's this okay, this second week of December. Sorry, first week. Okay, first week or third week. Should be first week or third week. Okay, first week. Most likely is the first week. Okay, first week is the class. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So that will be the class. But okay, I'm not sure. Okay, so the dates. Okay, the dates, I think Andy Tan. Okay, so maybe that's the confirmed one. For December, I'm not very sure. Okay, what's the date? But anyway, you can register first, and then okay, put your name, contact number, email. Okay, write down okay all these details. Okay, your address so that they can mail you the form. Okay, self-paying participant. Okay, about 100% of our student is self-paying participant. Okay, and then all this you just read through. Okay, and then the last one is okay, you can use your Skillfuture, Visa Master, PayNow, PayLah to pay for this class. Okay, so one thing to take note. Okay, if you are not a Singaporean, probably you do not have a Skillfuture credit, so you either PayNow, PayLah, Visa Master, and the what we call the seats, right, is only confirmed when you actually make a payment. Okay, so the thing is, okay, the thing is this. Okay, the thing is this. We have limited seats. Okay, the limited seats. So for November class, I think we probably left with about 20 seats. Okay, 20 seats, and these 20 seats, I think it will likely to be filled up. Okay, because we have a few more preview, and today probably, if all of you sign up, right, then there will be no more seats already. Okay, so over here, okay, this is the class size, right, of the, this class, right, is 40 packs. Okay, the class size for this class is limited to 40 packs. So although it's an online class, IBF want everybody, right, to, to have enough attention. IBF also want, us to give you the, like answer your questions and give you the best experience. So the class, right, is limit to 40 packs. Okay, no more than 40 packs. Okay, so over here, that is the thing here. Okay. Okay, can go for some class in November and make up the remaining in December due to schedule committed already. Okay, so for now, right, if the class is not full, okay, you can actually do so lah. Okay, you can actually do so. If the class is not full, you can what we call, you can just attend, and then next one in December, or yeah, to finish up the class. Okay, but we do not recommend that. We do not recommend that, because you are taking up 2 slots for this what we call 2 months. Okay, you're taking like 1 seat in November, you're taking 1 seat in this December. So the best is if you can, commit yourself in November, that's the best. If not, you commit yourself in December to attend the class. So the other seats can, leave it to somebody to take. But if there's empty seats, that means if the class is less than 40, it's 39, 38, actually we don't mind. But yeah, that's the frank answer for you. Okay, so let me see. Okay, will the screener parameters be taught? Okay, I will say yes. Okay, I will, like example, I will tell you, okay, what is this ultimate bull? What is this historical high? What is this short-term blue arrow? What does it mean? I will tell you what does it mean, but it is not given to you the exact formula. Okay, exact formula is not given, but I will tell you, okay, what is the ultimate bull? What is a big mover? What does it mean? Some of them is very clear, and some of them is very clear. Like, oh, straight away, okay, it's almost like the formulas. But the most of the things, okay, we do not give out like formulas, because some of it is our proprietary indicators, like this smart money index, like this the system. But we will tell you, okay, like how you can derive it, okay, with some other strategies, okay, or like example, drawing a trend line. So in the class, right, you will learn how to draw this trend line, and you will be also tested. Okay, there will be some assessment. So this assessment, like example, draw a pivot point, draw a trend line. These are some kind of like a assessment. So assessment is to help you to understand some of the concept, and also prove that you pay attention and attend the class. Okay, so yeah, so that is the thing. Okay, so we also teach you how to identify support resistance. Okay, so some of the stocks you can learn the support resistance. Okay, I also actually tell you about what is super trend, but not exact formula, but I will tell you like what's the parameters, indicators that makes the super trend. Okay, so yeah, so this is the thing. Okay, so is the system included the cost? Okay, so this system, right, you can use it for 6 months. You use it for 6 months. So 6 months is actually given to you. You can use it for 6 months. And if you find that it's helpful, you can renew. If you find that it's not helpful, you can just let it lapse. Okay, it doesn't charge your credit cards or anything. So this software doesn't take your credit cards or auto renew or anything. So there's no commitment to anybody. Okay, so there's no commitment to you, no commitment to, you know. So what you need to do is to renew, you can click this button, renew, and then it will bring you to a payment website. So this payment website will show you the price. 1 year is 588, 3 year is 1188, 5 year is 178. Okay, but do bear that in mind. 3 year and 5 years, right, is promotion period, limited promotion. So far, the promotion has been running for the past 3-5 years, but Chinexers, you know, is telling me that, hey, you know, you shouldn't have this everlasting promotion. So sometime on and off, we will have promotion, sometimes we will not have promotion. So if you have promotion, then this 1188 divided by 3 years, 1 year less than 400. Okay, 1 year less than 400 if there's a promotion. If there's no promotion, 1 year is 588. So that is maybe probably less than $50 a month. Okay, $50 a month. So good thing is this system, you can see different market. You can see 8 market: Hong Kong, China, US, Malaysia, okay, Singapore, okay, Indonesia, Philippines. Okay, you can see like 9 markets. Okay, so basically it is affordable. It is not, you know, super expensive. It's definitely affordable, and you know, it's less than a coffee a day. Okay, less than coffee a day. So you buy Starbucks every day, then this is actually, you know, less than your Pao Pao Cha. Okay. Okay, the cost include platform fees? No. Okay, so basically, right, you attend the class, you learn about the concept, you learn about the strategies, you get this system to use for 6 months. If you don't find anything, you know, you like, you can just you know, just walk away. I mean, not say walk away. You can just, you know, after you use the system, you can't really make money or what, yes, you know, there's no string attached, in other words. Okay, so there's no like platform fees or what. Okay, so actually the 6 month itself is a interesting part, right? You can use this thing for 6 months. So okay, so just to share with you, you know, before we have this like IBF grant, right? This class is about $3,000. People sign the class installment, you know, 3,000 Singapore dollar. So that is, you know, the original price. Okay, the original price. So right now, 214 is super good deal. All right, super good deal. Okay, so another thing, a lot of people will ask, like, is there any support after the class? Okay, so let me just share with you a few things. Okay, what is the support? Okay, so this class, right, we do not have a Facebook group, because I do not like to manage this kind of Facebook group and things like that, and we also are advised not to have this Facebook group or this Telegram, right? So over here, okay, number one is you will have a 7 days pigeonhole to ask question. Okay, to ask question. So pigeonhole is a website. You can post a question and then I will answer the question. So after that, right, this every month I will do this like market outlook. Okay, like today's session. So this market outlook, right, like today's session, right, will give you refresh. Okay, a refresh, like, you know, like what you have learned in the class and put into practice. And most important thing is you get an idea of what is the stocks to pay like attentions in Singapore, Hong Kong, China, US, you know. So which is good, right? Like, okay, so this one, right, is public. Okay, all the class is public and student. Okay, so very good, right? I can serve the public, I can also serve the student. One stone kill two birds. So some of the, you know, like example, like, you know, like some student, you know, after they watch finish already, they left it. Okay, so some of you still here, maybe you are not a student, right? Okay, so you are still here, you want to sign up. So people who want to sign up, they will stay a little bit longer. People who already attend the class, they will leave early for this session. So probably next week, I will have another how to identify market correction. Okay. And the next one is uncertainty. Okay. Okay. So uncertainty. So basically, all this session, right, is also to demonstrate like how to look for correction. Okay. And then, also you will also get some information of the updates on current market. So some of my students, they attend every session, which is very good. Okay, which is very good. So you get a little bit of introduction, you get a little bit of like, so starting of the class, we'll have some introduction of myself, then we go into the topics, and then you get some kind of refresh. So basically, we run this monthly. Okay, monthly. So at least you get this 3 session, which is a public seminar that also benefits the students. Okay, also benefits the students. So that's what I feel that is one of the things that I can do, okay, to support you after the class. All right. Okay, so David says strongly encourage, okay, those who are serious to learn about technical analysis to attend this class. Yes. Okay, so like what I say, actually the one thing that's different, right, is actually next year will be more exciting. Okay, next year will be more exciting because I'm also attending some classes. Okay, these 2 weeks from one of the top guys in the world, one of like the few top people in the world. Okay, so they might have some improvements in the system upcoming. They might have some improvement in the class modules or things like that. Okay, they might have new ideas. Okay, as I am also growing. Okay, so yes, okay, so that is the thing. I spend like monies, okay, a lot of monies to attend classes. Okay, and that is how I grow. Okay, so this class, $200 over, is definitely undervalued things that you can grab. Okay. All right. So one last video before we pass this to Andy, so Andy can help you to understand more of the administrative work. So let's listen to Victor first.
All right. So a quick backstory of myself. Before I became who I am today, I'm just like most people. I was born in an average income family, and then I was an average student as well. I took finance degree in college, and then at the same time, right, I save a lot of money, right, from my allowance, from my red packet from Chinese New Year, right? So I invest a lot in my own education through real people, right? Not through books, not through YouTube, but real people. Okay, so I invest 150,000 so far, right, in my financial education. So some of the people here you might heard of, or you may know them, right? This is Tony Robbins, right? This was just last year, October. And then this is Mary Buffett. Mary Buffett is the ex-daughter-in-law of Warren Buffett. All right, and then this is Adam Khoo. All right, you might know him. And this one you surely know who are they, right? They are Gary Vee and Grant Cardone, right? And then these are the billionaires of China, right? I learned from them as well. With all those people, right, I met and learned from, this inspired me to work for 5 years and get paid for the rest of my life. What does this mean is, get a corporate job and then do many side hustles, all those income, save up and put into my brokerage account and invest, right? The returns will pay me for the rest of my life. So beginning of the 5 years, right, I work in a corporate job, right, Intel. At the same time, right, I teach people, right? I learn from people, I hire mentors, I learn amazing stuff, I share with my colleagues. So this is one of my passion. I love teaching. So at the same time, I work with Grab as well as a driver. So I work at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning before work. So after work, right, I work from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then during the weekends, I work from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every weekend for 5 years straight. Because in this 5 years, I commit myself to do the best I can to earn as much money as I can. All right. And then other than do this, right, from all the mentors that I hire, all those coaches, right, they teach many, many things, right? So I actually do Forex trading, CFD trading, stocks, options, Bitcoin mining, futures, affiliate marketing, selling ebooks, financial consultation. I also do answer online survey, right? So many of them gave me good income. Some, of course, is not life-changing, right? And my goal is 5 years, right? So left 1 more year, I am not really fully confident of quitting my job. That was a bit of realization, like 5 years is too short. Until one day I met ND, and I learned about the art system. After joining the course and then I took action, this is my portfolio return in just 1 week after using the system. It actually perfect, not to say perfect 100%, right? But more to 90% success, right? So when there's a blue arrow, it trigger, I buy these stocks, right? And I also use the instrument called options, right? So if you think that, 1 week 20%, 1 week 58%, 1 week 2%, 1 week 187%, 1 week almost 100, and then 32%, it's quite unbelievable, right? Actually, I use leverage, okay? I use options, all right? So because of this, the remaining 1 year my returns is extraordinary. So eventually I have a choice to quit my job at age 30.
All right. Okay. So this is Victor. He also pay full price before. He's not a Singaporean. He pay full price to attend the class, and also have a very extraordinary results. Okay. So anything is possible. The fees is just a small fees. The time is just a few days. Okay. So this class, I would say that it will set you up for next year. So if you put in the time and effort to learn, okay, then next year will be even a better year for you, right? Okay, so that's all for me. Any questions, I'll leave it to maybe Mr. Andy Tan to answer. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Oh, yes, Andy, can you hear me well?
Yes,
Okay,
loud and
great.
clear.
Thank you, Andy. Now, thank you very much for those who stay on for the last almost 1 hour plus. Now, okay, indeed, Andy, you already went through his quite a fair bit of the registration. Now, what I can do here is I will quickly do